Boy, oh boy, oh boy, was today an absolute banger. I'm not trying to get sexualized to the results, but it is just a spit in my face of what it will take for me to be profitable in the long run, for me to get these payouts, for me to excel as a person in the area of trading. Like, man, today was a Moby Dick 4 hour candle, and I capitalized on all of it. I took two trades. Two trades. First trade was a break even. And I'll get into this stuff, but if you haven't seen how the last few weeks have went for me, they went really bad. They went horrifically. I wasn't following my rules on the markets. I just wanted to extract money. I was failing combines left, right, and center. And then it got to the point where I was passing the combines and then I failed them again. Now, all of these losses that I have taken in the past, let's say, month, have taught me so much. And I'm really grateful that I failed because, as we all know, to get to the higher highs, you have to experience the lower lows first. And this is just a staple in my journey. I've said that I was going to pass these accounts. I've done that. I said that I would only trade my setup. I've done that. I've said if nothing aligns for me, I will step off the markets. I have done that. This is just the power of desire mixed with faith, mixed with experience, and yeah, everything's going kaboom right now. This trading was always going to go well today because if I didn't trade, it's a win. If I lost the trade but I follow my rules, it's a win. And if I win, it's an even bigger win. So I'm not gonna hold you guys for too long. Let's get into these trades. That is what a Moby Dick candle looks like. Just pre the 4 hour. Pre that Drake ass candle. Okay, but anyway, let's stop looking at the trade and let's get into why I took these trades. Wait, actually quickly. P&L 1.3k on the leader. Leader plus 4. Follower 1. Follower 2. Follower 3. Follower 4. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, anyway, now that you've seen that I'm being authentic and I'm not lying to you guys, let's get into this motherfucker. Okay, so what am I looking at in the day? I can see that we're just ranging to the upside. What can I understand? The market is, let's just say the market runs on market maker buy models and market maker sell models. What does this tell me? This tells me that right here, this is in context, by the way. This isn't like this had reasoning. I had reasoning to why this helped me take this trade. So, okay, so this is the previous weeks, yeah. We can see that there's a high time frame high just resting here. If this high gets taken, automatically I'm going to be expecting a market maker sell model to go straight back off of that because we've got a bunch of sell side liquidity resting, we've got a weekly fair value gap resting, and we've been raging up so much that we're due for a high time frame retracement. Cool. Now, seeing that we've already completed this market maker buy model on the weekly time frame, I'm going to anticipate that we're going to have a retracement at some point. We go on to the 15-minute chart, which we're already on, and we can see right here, we got another internal market maker buy model. And these are market maker buy models because they've already happened. Like, this would be a market maker sell model. This is what a market maker sell model is. We understand that this is a market maker buy model because we held equilibrium of the range and we ended up taking that high time frame high, aka the previous day high. So, seeing that we've already taken the previous week's high, completing that market maker buy model, and we've already taken the previous day high, completing that market maker buy model, I expect us to have a retrace. Now, I don't expect us to retrace into the deep sea, but it's not about what I think, it's about what the market is showing me. The market is showing me we have got a bunch of sell side liquidity here. We have got Asia low resting here, and we have got London low resting here. Paired with that, we have the opening gap range of today, and paired with that too, we have got the opening gap range from yesterday. Now, I'm going to remove this top one because it doesn't really mean anything, but you see what I'm saying. We've completed a market maker buy model, another market maker buy model. We're expecting a deep, not even a deep retrace, but we've got both session lows sitting there. We got two bullish opening gap ranges sitting there. What do I expect? I expect bearish price action. So now that we have got the draws marked out, we are going to go down to the low time frames. As soon as you have your bias, you're waiting for an entry model. So cool. Right now, I am waiting for an entry model on the 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 minute. I can see that we have just ran through both of these 5 minute fair value gaps. That is telling me that we are now disrespecting internal bullish order flow. What does that do? That adds to my confidence is that we're in a sell now. From running these two bullish candles, we end up creating a big 5 minute fair value gap. So once I see that this 5 minute fair value gap is put in, I want to see some more confirmation. What do I need to enter a trade? I need to have a confident drawn liquidity, an S&T, a CISD, and internal manipulation. As soon as this happened, we have confirmed that internally we're bearish. We have broken the 1 minute structure but obviously that's not enough for us. But it confirms that we are having bearish price because we've broken the 5 minute inverses. So cool, CISD is ticked off. Now what do we want to see? We want to see, and we have confident drawn liquidity ticked off. Now we need to see a S&T and internal manipulation. Okay, going into the market open, we can see that price rejected lower, leaving all of this, what do you call it, like timeline liquidity or whatever. I call it low resistance liquidity. And then we just leg up. Now, if we look at price around here, we have no S&Ts. ES and NQ have not taken this high, and ES and NQ have both taken the 930 open high or whatever. So cool. I am not going to enter this trade unless I see that S&T. I've been in so many trades before where they've been valid without an S&T and the majority of them fail. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wait until I see that bloody S&T. So cool, I'm waiting. I can now see right here that if we line up the CE of this wick, this 1 minute wick, we can see that we're respecting it. What is that telling me? That's telling me that there's a bunch of Joeys entering in short, aiming for the same trade as me. Now, why does that add to my bias? That adds to my bias because we haven't got an S&T. We're stacking up sell stops. Sell stops? We're stacking up buy stops. Everyone who's selling here has their buy stops put in here. This is all telling me that as soon as we put in an S&T, we're rejecting. That is exactly what happens. So, first trade of the day. I can see that we're holding this 5 minute fair value gap. We've rejected OTE of this range. So now I'm just looking for an entry. I'm going down to the 30 second. Right here, I can see that there's a 30 second fair value gap here. I understand that we're probably just going to run through it and sweep out all of this low resistance liquidity and have the possibility to run even lower. So I entered short, I don't know where it was, I think it was like there. Entered in with 6 contracts, and yeah, price dibbles and dabbles. I can see here that we have got a small retrace here. I add on another 2 contracts. That moves my average to about here. And yeah, we broke internally we inversed a 1 minute for value gap. So yeah, everything aligns for this trade. Should have taken it off at this low. I was aiming for this low originally, and I ended up dragging my take profit even lower for the reason because I was greedy. I wanted more. But it wasn't that I wanted more actually. We just had so many big displacement candles through all of this liquidity that I just expected us to just continue lower to all of those high time frame shorts on liquidity lower. But regardless, I didn't take any profits. I was about 2 points away from getting 5 contracts taken out of 8. But okay, stops get moved to break even. We get stopped out. That's okay. Now, going into these 5 accounts, I was going in with the expectation and the bias that I was only going to take 1 trade a day. My stats tell me that when I take more than 1 trade a day, it's more likely going to be it's more likely to be a loss than a win on the second trade. So why would I put myself in that position? This is the position where that is thrown out the window. That is thrown out the window. If conviction aligns and we have got a fat retrace due, why would I not enter the trade again? I'm still following my rules, whether or not it is the second trade I'm taking. It doesn't matter because I'm entering the trade, accepting the risk, accepting the loss. So whether it loses, I'm winning because I'm following my rules. If it's a break even, I'm winning because I'm following my rules. If it's a win, it's an even bigger win because I'm following my rules. I don't give a shit what happens in this trade. Okay, so right here, we can see that we are still in OTE of the range of this range. OTE of the range is being held. Now, paired with us holding this 5 minute fair value gap, and we have already broken internal 5 minute change in state delivery. I want to see us deliver lower. Now, S&T got put in here, which means that ES looks something like that. So NQ sweeps this high here, ES does not. So from here, I can see that ES has already broken lower and is expecting and looking for lower prices. I enter in shorts right here with my stops at the recent high. I enter there with 8 contracts. 8 contracts. Is that part of my rules? No, but I accepted the risk. I understood the conviction behind the trade, and trades like this don't happen every day. You need to capitalize on them, and that is exactly what happened. You can say he gambled or he didn't follow his rules because he oversized. Man, I saw the stars align and I took action. Cool. I'm entering here with my stop of the recent high. I see us dibble dabble around here. I add in another 8 contracts. Currently, I'm in with 16 contracts, and I'm aiming for the previous 90-minute cycle low. That was about, I think that was like there or something. As soon as this low, sorry. It was right there. As soon as, no. What am I talking about? It was somewhere like, let's just go on the executions and see where this flipping thing was. Okay, so it was like here. 8. It was there. So I took off 10 contracts here, and my stops are now reduced all the way to here. Not to break even yet, but they're reduced a lot. So from here, I want to see equilibrium of the range get met. As we can see, equilibrium of the range is tapped, and we take off another 4. Now, The way I capitalized and took a bit more profit out of the market, tiny bit more profit, was I saw that we had a 1 minute fair value gap here. At this point, ES was practically at the London and Asia low. So what am I expecting? If I can see that we are legging to the downside, we are legging down there, disrespecting every single kind of bullish order flow, I'm expecting everything to get swept. And that is exactly what happened. Now, how I caught it all the way to the bottom was because as soon as I took off 4 contracts, I was risk-free. At that point, I was up $875 across 5 accounts. That's 4.5K. That means that if I lose the trade, no. If I hit break even with these 2 contracts that are running, I'm still exiting the day with 4.5 grand in profit. I don't give a shit about that extra 2K, the extra unrealized 2K, because obviously, like, now I've got it. The difference was either you're ending with 6.6K profit or you're ending with 4.5K profit. So, man, I mean, that's it. Today was mental. Today was an example of what happens when you do everything you need to do. In the past, like, 30 days, I've posted a YouTube video almost every single day. Look at this. Look at this, boys. That is October. That is October. That represents the days that I've got 1% better on. I've got 1% better every day. I entered the market having done what I needed to do in the day and just having to do what... Okay, forget that. Consistency. Look at what gives you the results that you want. I saw that following my rules off the markets, following my rules on the markets, getting all of my shit done that I need to do, such as reading, low nicotine, and posting content and stuff, I saw that gave me results. Plus, a clear mind. And not just a clear mind, a mind that is fixated on the goal. My goal is to follow in my rules. I've seen what it looks like. I know what it takes. I'm going to do it. Today is an example of what happens when you follow your rules. I've been down in the dumps before. I've lost 8K on a day. I'm now up 6.5K. Boys, that is all that I have to talk about. Just trust the process. That is it. Trust the process. You will get what you deserve. Today, I'm up 6.5K. That is because I deserve it. It was a long trade recap. I appreciate all of you. In the past, like, 4 days, we've gone from 6 subs to 17 subs. So, yeah, man, life's going well right now. And maybe I am due for a retracement, but every single day, I'm going to be going hard at it, off the markets, hard at it, on the markets. I'm not cheating the way for me to get to the point I want to get to. I'm not cheating my way to get to who I wish to become. Because logically, like, that shit doesn't work like that, man. And logically, it doesn't work. Like, if I'm not putting in the right actions to get to point B, how the fuck am I going to get there? So, yeah. I appreciate all of you, and I wish you the best on this trading week.